Stuart,
Yes.
you often speak about the self and the difficulty that poses in one's development. And I was wondering if you could talk about what lies beyond the self and how one can see signs of that place or that space in one's life.
Mm. Look, what exists on the other side of every human being is spiritual enlightenment. And we're born here to learn how to deal with the suffering, the tension, the difficulties of life, learning how to transform it into love, into joy, into happiness. And by transforming these things we take a step on a ladder that gets us very close to one with God. On the other side of all of us is a spiritual life, is God, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And our job is to truly learn how to surrender as deeply inside ourselves as we can so we can make room for higher energy to guide our lives. And when we do that, we have to do it with humility, with gratitude, with love. The first person we have to like and love is ourselves. That's the beginning, liking and loving oneself. Then the people in our lives. Even the madness of the world, somewhere inside us, we have to find what will make us grow because of the madness that goes on in the world, because of other people's lack of consciousness. So, on the other side of all of us is probably life's most sacred treasure, and that's being one with higher energy in the universe. But it's an incremental step at a time. You understand? It's like I remember years ago, I was teaching this meditation in a halfway house for juvenile delinquents in Fort Worth, Texas. And, I mean, these kids were pretty energetic kids. And when they began to sit still, they really, I mean, it really amazing how much it changed them and how much they grew in that period of time that I taught there. Even the head of the halfway house, she came up to me and said, I've never seen these kids sit so still, you know? But anyway, I told them, I said, if you were starving to death on a desert, you hadn't had anything to eat for 3 weeks, and you smelled a hamburger a mile away, nothing would keep you from getting to that hamburger to fulfill that hunger inside yourself. So there's one kid, he raised his hand. I'll never forget that kid. I mean, he really got a mark in history when he said, yeah, but if you all ate the hamburger all in one bite, you would die on the spot, you know? And it's the same way with a spiritual life. It's incrementally getting closer to enlightenment, a step at a time. And the first step is basically, do we like ourselves? What is our self-worth? Are we here to be happy people? Or are we here to be miserable and full of neurosis and tension and anxiety and fighting with everybody? Or are we here to learn how to transform all of that into an open heart? The self is all of that. The self is the neurosis, the tension, it's also the open heart, it's the love, that's the self. So everything that we need to learn exists inside us. And if we make the effort to quiet the chaos inside, we get to a place where we find that self is full of joy and love. And then we offer that up to a higher force in the universe. Instead of lamenting and crying and why am I suffering and why me and why is my life so miserable, we offer up gratitude. We have managed to get past all of these aspects of ourselves. It's a very, you know, I mean, it's not an easy task, but I always say on the other side of all of us is a spiritual life. On the other side of all of us is a connection with God, higher energy, whatever you want to call it. And that's what this meditation is about. That's all it's about. I mean, we're not practicing religion here. It's not a cult. It's learning a craft. We are born here to learn a craft. And what does that craft do? It teaches us how to use the tools, the mind and the breath, the will, the need to grow, to get past ourselves, the laziness, the insecurity, the anger, the guilt, the fear, and also, that part of us that is full of love and full of joy, because that's what we begin to offer up. Thank you for giving me the strength to get past all that chaos that exists inside me. And where does the strength come from? It certainly doesn't come from Stuart. I'm just a channel for it. That's all I am. I channel it. I've worked on myself long enough that I can be open enough here to sit and channel that energy, which hopefully will nurture people and they will get strong enough to be able to get past themselves. And suddenly life becomes sacred, it really does. We look out at the world and the wonderment of life and this amazing teacher that we have called life. And it's sacred. And instead of bitching and complaining about it and being unhappy with it and finding all the miserable things, what can it do to help me grow? What can it do to make me get stronger? What do I have to do to get above all of this madness that goes on in the world? I have to fix me. You know, I have to work on me and fix me to get there. And the thing that's extraordinary is that what I'm talking about is possible. It's possible to do, but a person has to commit themselves. They have to make the effort. They have to want it. They have to have a need to have a spiritual life. I mean, there's a lot of ingredients in this soup. And if one or two of them are missing, one is not going to do it. And then their life itself has to be a reflection of all those ingredients making this incredible bouillabaisse, that we can, I mean, it's our spiritual supper, we can have it. And once you start getting past yourself, it really tastes pretty good, that spiritual soup. Does anyone else have a question? I mean, Shakespeare, what a work of art as a human being. And it's really true. Human beings are extraordinary, extraordinary. What exists inside people is the most extraordinary creation on the planet Earth, much on a much higher level than even nature. What exists inside people and how people sell short is even more extraordinary. How they accept, 5% of consciousness instead of, hey, maybe I can get 10, 20, become a holistic being. I mean, holistic is a big word in our world today.
Beautiful. Thank
Huh?
you. Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. It was great having you up here yesterday. It was really wonderful.
Likewise.
More people should do that. It was really something. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? And don't think I have learned this in 2 weeks. What you are getting here is 50 years of doing this meditation. That's what you're getting here, wrapped in a little parcel with a ribbon. And I am just full of joy and full of gratitude that I've reached a point in my life where I can truly give it away unconditionally. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Pat, no question? Come on. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, there'll be meditation on, let's say, Thursday. I guess next class will be Sunday morning. And then Monday night, there'll be another one. So thank you, and God bless you all. And I'm looking forward. Have a great weekend, everybody, and enjoy your weekend. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody soon. Thank you. Bless you.
Thank you very much, Stuart. Thank you.
Bye.